Hey everyone, it's Adam Kremlin here, and I'm going to teach you how to do a kickless rewind, which is basically just like a heel whip rewind, except you don't kick it, and you make it go way out like that, and it just stops in air. And if you don't know how to do this at all, then you might not understand how this is really possible, how it can just stop. And that's what I'm going to teach you. So what I would recommend is, that you learn heel whip rewind first, because I think that's a little bit easier, and it makes more sense, because you just kick it around. But I know some people that don't know heel whip rewinds and they know kickless rewinds, so it's unnecessary. I just think it's a little easier to start out with. Okay, so basically this is what you need to do to learn the motion. So you do a heel whip first, and you move it, you scooter out. So if you're goofy, you move it to the right. If you're regular, you move it to the left, and you move it out, over, and kind of up, and sometimes kind of forward, like that. And you just, once it gets to the end, you just pull it back in. Once it gets to a point where you can pull it, and you can kind of like feel it when you do it. It doesn't really make sense explaining it, how it like works, but once you kind of like learn it and do it a few times, you can kind of understand it. And I mean, to start off, maybe you don't even like have any idea how to do it. Maybe you're just like doing this, and if that's how you need to start, then that's how you need to start. You just need to try to get better and better. Everyone kind of does it their own way, like different amount of overness, height, and like forwardness. And yeah, just you need to get it as efficiently as possible. Do that as little time as it takes. Okay, so once you think you have the motion down pretty good, then you're going to want to find the biggest fly out you can. Just the higher you have, the more time in the air you have, the easier it's going to be. So chances are when you first try it for your first time, it's probably going to end up something like, and then you'll bring it back and it's not going to rewind. It's just going to be like, see, it's actually hard for me to do it the wrong way because I'm so used to them. So I'm like, that used to happen to me, and I think it probably happens to most people. And basically, what you need to do to fix that is just the motion. You need to have it so good that like becomes really easy. And like, I don't know, don't just like sit at home practicing this, but if you're at a skate park and you know everyone's riding around and you know you're just sitting there, no one's around so you can hit them, but just practice this a little bit while you're waiting for your turn. And you know, whenever you're bored, and eventually you'll get really easily, and then in a few days you'll try it again, and maybe you'll be able to start to bring it around next time. And you know, get closer and closer, and probably you might land like sideways your first time, because it happens to me a lot. Land like that, pretty sloppy, and if the floor is slippery, you'll probably just slip out. But once you get like a lot of speed, a lot of height, boom, you'll land it nice and good. And yeah, that's pretty much how you kickless rewind. This video was brought to you by Chuck Norris.